What's up guys, this is the Scottish Reaper, and today I'm going to be talking about something in Black Ops 3 that I've recently come to notice. Yes, I've got Black Ops 3, no, I'm not playing it right now, I know, sorry, I'm playing boring old Minecraft. I really don't want to play it right now for you guys, just because I'm not very good. And frankly, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of you guys, so I won't be doing that, at least for a while, unless you guys write in the comment section saying you really want me to try it and let you see how it works. Anyway, I've noticed in Black Ops 3 Zombies and the storyline, the one thing they always talk about is you know, 935 and 115. And I noticed this, or came to a conclusion of this last night, as I was watching TV. I checked the time on my watch and it said 9:35 at night, and I realised, I came to a conclusion that was really strange. What if 935 is not an element that has to deal with zombies, per se, but has to deal with the character's time travelling? And here's how you figure it. In the newer maps, you see a video of Takeo and another guy that's supposed to be like an older version of Takeo, but one of them dies and the other one survives. Now, if you've noticed, that's kind of weird, but they're one and the same person. I know that's really hard to get a grasp on, but really, they're one and the same. So basically, you've got Takeo talking to himself about what's honourable to do and what's not, and eventually he dies or chooses death, the older one, I guess. You can say it's like a time paradox, really. If you're like those people that watch who have seen Doctor Who, they'll tell you similar things, like, you know, in time travel you can't be in the same place as yourself, or stuff like that. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't have anything to back this up, but it's a theory of my own that I've figured out, and I've made it into a conspiracy theory. Now, if you notice, every time you see a little bit of the video, they always talk about one of them dying, but the weird part is, they don't actually die. And here's how. They show Richtofen killing Tank Dempsey and Nikolai, but what you don't see is that they're still alive, or you may see it, and if you do, then the strange thing would be, how would they be alive if they're dead? Even if you don't have a soul, you're still dead. You'd be a zombie. So, for the conclusion of this, it might be strange, but to get on to the more serious parts, we have to figure out how and why they're going through the stuff they're going through. Because you notice, when you go through the teleporter, it teleports you to where Pack-a-Punch is. But what if it's not really a teleporter, but actually a time machine, allowing them to go back to a certain time where the Pack-a-Punch is, and allowing them to use it without them knowing? If you notice, you don't really see much around on the map when you're playing inside where Pack-a-Punch is. You only get to see a brief moment of things, and they make it look like it's the same, but it's not. It's technically the past, or maybe the future, that they're looking at without even knowing, and they don't even question it. That's the weird part. Now, most people would question, well, even if that's possible, how would you get to that? Well, here's the theory. If you're dead but you still are alive, how do you explain it? I can't explain it myself. Like, seriously. They're dead but alive. And from what I've heard, Richtofen is supposed to be one of the last ones to collect his own soul. Now, collecting the souls, I'm sorry, but a person without a soul is either a zombie or dead. and the thing you're fighting in the game is mostly zombies. So if you think about it, Richthofen is either continuing his work and has managed to talk to himself to allow himself to get his own soul, which would, I know it's kind of confusing to hear, but if you think about it, all he's got to do is go in the past, tell his past self he's redoing this experiment and he needs his soul in order to continue. And if he's willing to do it, then basically his old self dies, the new self still remains, and I have no explanation for that because they keep showing the older version of them dying and a new version still remaining. So either that's prophecy and they're going to show it at some point, or it's a big conspiracy. No one really knows, you know, I suppose, but that's something I kind of thought of last night, and I thought, well, that would be interesting to see them actually go through with it and tell you, you know, time travel. I mean, when you had Call of Duty Ghosts, instead of zombies you had aliens, and if you figure, you know, you have weird alien things that can go through time and stuff, or go through space, I'm sure they'll have technology to go through, you know, time and do whatever. So it's possible, but at the same time it may take a while to figure out if they're going to do it or not, you know. And if they do, you gotta wonder, when are they going to tell us about it, and when are they going to actually show it? So this is all just theory though. You can write down in the comment section what you think the theory could really be, or what 935 is to you. To me, it's more of a time travel type thing to allow them to go into different timescapes and allow them to escape to newer times to free those times. Like if you think about it, you go to Shino Numa and you know, Kino der Toten, Kino der Untoten, or whatever. So, you know, stuff like that. Those old maps, you kind of notice, you go to each map, you survive so many rounds, you know, of zombies, and if you manage to escape, which they always do, they always show them escaping, you kind of notice each one is like you're liberating them. Just like you would if you're liberating Nazis. Germany. Sorry. Having a bit of a brain fart there. Anyway, so basically, they're going through time, different times, and trying to fix things before they go haywire. Which isn't surprising, if you think about it. If Richthofen destroyed the world through time, perhaps they could fix it by going back through time. So basically, that's what I've come up with. The whole, you know, 935 being a teleportation, or I should say a time travel agent. But then you've got 115. 115 was the meteor, or so we thought. But what if 115 is actually part of the meteor that was taken out? If you remember, you have Sam Maxis who's controlling the zombies, but they don't tell you how, and or they're telling you how in bits and pieces. And you have her father, Dr. Maxis, and then you have Richthofen, and Richthofen doesn't want Dr. Maxis to have his way, so he's going through the steps to sabotage. Now, if you think about it, Richthofen wants to sabotage Dr. Maxis because Maxis is trying to figure out a way to save humankind. Richthofen wants a world of madness. He wants a world where you can fight, or you have to fight to prove yourself, which I think is kind of his deal. Now, sorry for the cough. I had a bit of a frog in my throat. So anyway, if you noticed, Dr. Richthofen as a Nazi. He's portrayed as it, as a Nazi scientist the whole time, and I know that that's just how he's supposed to be, but the part you don't realise is if he's trying to destroy Dr. Max's work, it makes you wonder why. They're both Nazi scientists, or one is a German scientist, the other is a Nazi scientist type, who probably worked under Adolf Hitler. I don't know. They don't really tell you much of his background, except for that he's, you know, in science, and that he likes messing around with zombies, and it all fits together so well. And then, of course, you've got the radio castings about how they got in trouble, and you know, Sam's dog was turned into a zombie, and how they went through the different things, but things are still leading up on how Sam Maxis became the leader of the zombie horde. And there's the other thing. If you noticed, in the new zombies, the eyes have changed back to a red orange, or like an orangish yellow, kind of like a pumpkin. Now if you notice that, then you should notice in previous videos that people have shown, when Richthofen took over inside Sam's body, all the zombies had blue eyes, and that was when we started getting the new people. But now they're back to having the orange-red, or red-orange, however you want to say it, or even yellow, meaning Sam has control over the zombie hordes again. However, you don't hear her voice or her father's for quite some time, which means either there's something wrong where she's become more zombie than she has as his daughter, or perhaps he's with her and he's helping her become the little girl that she was. Alright, so in conclusion to this, basically 935 is time travel agent, or is a time travel agent used for our heroes of the zombie world to teleport to different places and save them from zombie hordes. And 115 is the agent turning people into zombies. If you guys like this video, leave a like. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think of the conspiracy or what your thoughts are on it, and subscribe for